Hello everyone, welcome back. We are here for race 2 in Catalonia today, I believe. We've got Spain in OFR Formula 1 Season 5 Division 1, and you've got Dr. Robot and Havoc. How you doing, Havoc?
Pretty good, Robot. Ready to go. Spain is one of those tracks. The guys are going to have to get around fairly quickly today, but they're going to have to do it carefully as well. It's a very technical track.
Yeah, it is a technical track, but I think what's going to be good here today is that all of our drivers, apart from one of the reserves that we have that I haven't seen race yet, and that's Lazo, who's I think racing in the Renault, I think everyone is actually quite quick around here, and we're going to see the same thing we saw in Monza, where we have groups of battles going on throughout the entire track, because it is quite a familiar track, it's a popular track, and everyone seems to be quick around here this week.
Yeah, during practice this morning, everybody was looking pretty good. We're going to see some different strategies. It's not going to be a soft start. It's going to be more of a medium hard tire strategy. So if you do see some of the guys invalidate on their first go, that is why they're just trying to get warmed up, and then they're gonna proceed with their hot lap on the mediums. So when we see that, you guys will know what they're doing. About 11, 12, maybe to lap 14, we'll see the mediums go and then switch on to the hards. But they're going to have to make them last.
They are. It's going to be a tricky one. So do you think everyone who's currently out on the soft, so the top three, Scotty, Honda and Ablaze, they're going to back out of their laps at the last minute? Do you think that's going to be the case?
Not everybody. It's a select few that are going to do it. Honda may be onto the scheme. Scotty and Squashed Apples, I don't know that they know. They may be just, they may be some of those guys that come out and they just bust out a soft lap. I mean, a lot of us do it. We just come out, we automatically do our lap on softs, and then we come back in. It takes a real strategist like Stinson, you're going to see Ezat do it. It takes a real strategist to think about it and say, hey, I'm going to start the race on mediums. We're just going to invalidate the soft on the first go.
Let's have a look then. So Honda's currently on a hot lap. He's in his Williams and he's lost the car already as he enters turn 3. He got massive oversteer. He just could not keep the rear stuck to the track, and he's just gone wide, hit the gravel. And there goes, he's returning a bit. He always lost it again as he was coming back on, slightly off camber the curvers. And yeah, that's his lap done. And those softs, they do not last an entire lap, do they?
No, and if you get them hot, it's very hard to get them cooled back down. So the guys they're not gonna be going full on. You're not gonna see full ERS, and I mean they might do it. You're gonna run out as soon as you come out of 16. You're gonna run out of ERS as you cross the finish line. So it'll be interesting to see some of the guys kind of lay off in some of the slower parts of the track, turn the ERS down in the fuel mix, and try to make it last a little bit longer to get all the way through the start-finish line.
Yeah, so I'm actually looking at Blaze right now. He is on a hot lap, but it doesn't look like he's pushing as much as you'd expect if he was trying to set a banker lap. But let's just have a look. He's just flying around a really quick, almost full throttle turn 9 at the minute. He's opened up his DRS, and here he comes into the heavy braking zone at turn 10. Easy to lock up here as he does. You see his front right sliding along the floor there. Lots of smoke. There's going to be definitely some flat spots on his tyres there. Now he's coming through turn 12. I don't know. I mean, if he sets the soft time, I don't think he has what it takes to beat some of the fastest if they go on the medium. So I wonder if that's going to disadvantage him. Is he coming in? No, he's staying out. And let's see if he lifts now as he's coming around. So DRS open. He's run out of ERS completely, and he's set the fastest time of 1:15.593. That's a pretty quick lap.
It's a quick lap. It's a very quick lap. Now the track evolution has not evolved yet. It's not gotten to full tire grip as the cars have not gone around a full 2 times. Ezat sets a 1:14.4 with a soft lap. We did see Ezat do a 1:14 on the mediums in practice earlier. It's going to be very hard to do though. As track evolution goes, I think he can do it. Ezat's one of the few that's going to be able to come out on the mediums and push that medium lap to the 1:14s. It's not an easy thing to do though for a lot of these guys.
It's not, and that's going to be a huge order for him if he needs to try and beat that. I mean, just watching the race take him on the final film now, flicks his DRS open, and he goes third fastest with a 1:15.394, as Gernman, one of Ezat's closest competitors, has done a 1:15.014. So not much in it. I mean, there's 5 tenths between 1 and 2 at the minute, but if you look down, we've got 4 sets of 1:15s from second down to 5th at the minute. Look at Tommy setting a decent time. And Honda set a 1:15.5 on 2 lap old softs. Those were the ones that he scuffed at turn 3.
And then Margaret bumps both Racer Tate and Honda with a 1:15.1. Margaret, part of that early practice this morning as the guys came out, He's always there. He's always putting laps in. He looks fairly close to EZAT. The time on the mediums was not the same. It was a little bit further back, but yeah, that's a fast time. I'm pretty sure though we're gonna see those guys come out on the mediums and set some times.
Absolutely, I think you're right. Just want to point out as well, Cam, one of our newest permanent drivers here in D1 now. He was just a reserve, but Brywich has moved down into D2 where he thinks he'll be more comfortable, and Cam has picked up that spot in the McLaren, and he's going to be a full-time driver here in D1 now. He was in D2 last season, and he was definitely overpowered in D2, so we know he is quick. And I'm just going to quickly stick with him actually through this lap as he comes through turns 7 and 8 at the moment, just to see how the rest of his lap goes. It looks like he's on a quick one right now. He's coming through turn 9. He's made it through already, and we're going to see his second team time very shortly. It's a 49.660, so it's not quick enough to go pole at the minute, but it's definitely a top 7, I believe, how lucky it is to telemetry.
It's wonderful to see it, the evolution of the D2 guys coming into D1 and getting faster. I've always been one to believe that if you want to get faster in F1, you have to race faster guys. You can't stick into the same division that, you know, just makes you comfortable. If you want to get faster, you have to race the faster guys.
You do, that's completely right. You see the same things in all sports, you know. You have to wait for someone faster than you're running against so you can actually get faster and things like that. Cam, 8th fastest, 1,000th slower than OFR Blaze at the moment. 5.93 versus 5.94. That's close.
It is. Look at the 115s going all the way down to P11, and then we start to see the 116s. You're gonna see who has put in a lot of practice and who is not. If you're off pace by 2 seconds, you're gonna know it, and you're gonna know you didn't practice. Probably should have done a little bit more this week to get ready for it.
Breaking news, guys, which is pretty breaking for D1. We've got heavy rain. It's going to be heavy rain from the start for at least 20 minutes. That's half the race.
Oh,
that
wow.
is why
Stinson
I think
called
we're
it
seeing all these guys on soft tyres.
That's right. That's exactly right.
They're just trying to go for it. Oh my goodness. I don't even want to think about what's going to happen in turn 1.
Yet to see it this season. I mean, we're in week 2, so to see rain in week 2, D1 no less, who last season did not see a lot of rain at all, did they?
No, I think they only had 2 races where one of them was in the quali, and the other part was just at the end of the race. I think that was it. D2 got a handful of races, probably about half where it was raining, and they definitely drew the short straw each week. But hopefully this season's going to switch around. So the D2 guys have a bit of a break here. But riding on board with Scotty now as he comes through 7 and 8. This is another danger zone part of the track. You might see some guys trying to go down the inside here, which is a definite no-no. It is not a place to go too wide. You need to wait until you get around turn 9. Take advantage of the DRS, as you can see Scotty doing right now as he comes into turn 10. No lockup though. I've seen quite a few guys lock up there, but not Scotty. Scotty's racing in the Renault this season instead of the Alpha. He's lost his teammate Shorty, but he's got Lazo now as a reserve who's backing him up. He's just coming through turn 13 at the moment, coming through the tricky chicane now at 14 and 15. You don't want to squirt the throttle too much before 15, because it does push a car over the curb and it pushes you wide as well. But his DRS is open now. He's coming down the main straight. He's going to cross the line with a 9th place, 1:15.695. A lot of 1:15s here. Look at this. Second all the way down to 12. 1:15. That's close.
I mean, they're and it's even tense after that. It's not a big gap after that. So they're super close. It's going to be an interesting race today. I can't wait to see them going. Especially in the rain. The rain is going to be. It's going to be the tricky situation, isn't it? We're going to see who is really good at the rain. We know Stinson's good in the rain. We know Leak is good in the rain. I believe AJ is good in the rain. I can't remember if EZAT really puts on in the rain or not.
The last time I remember EZAT racing in the rain was a Silverstone in Season 3, and I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he absolutely dominated the field. Stinson was
he did, I remember now.
And the other guy that's quick in the rain is Cam. If you remember him in some of the D2 races, he just shot ahead. Sometimes it's just hard to see where he actually got on the track alone. That's how quick.
And Avi as well. Avi's another one that came from D2. Avi was super quick in the rain. I remember that.
Yeah, it's crazy how, I mean, some of these guys you really just, I mean, any of these guys, it's so hard to race in the rain when you compare it to your drive setup. You have to do so many different things. You have to change your brake balance, you have to brake earlier, you have to get on the throttle later, you have to turn in earlier. So many things need to change when you're in the cockpit, and these guys can just adapt to it so quickly. It's insane.
Yeah, it's amazing. So speaking of rain, which we're going to see in the race, And then Ezat and Stinson, the two guys that we know for sure are on the pad as opposed to the wheel, is Honda puts in a 114.9. That's going to put him in P2, the only other driver that's gotten into the 114s. But do you think that the pad is something of an advantage as far as when it comes to rain?
That is a tricky one. I'm not entirely sure. So I mean, for me as a driver, if I was racing in the rain, controller versus wheel, I'd be quicker on the controller for sure. But it's kind of quicker going into and out of corners. But when you're on the straight and you're battling wheel to wheel and you're going through long corners where you need to hold the wheel at a certain point, you will get slippage when you're on the controller. So I think it's kind of a 50-50 thing. Some people will say otherwise. Some people fight for both sides. I just don't know. What do you think?
I think you get more options on the wheel as far as changing. It depends on how much you change the car during the race. So if you're making changes constantly, especially with some of the longer straights, the wheel is definitely an advantage. But I think the pad also gives you an advantage to, like, say, wheel spin, not overturning the car. You've only got that limited amount of stick to rotate the car. So it's really a toss-up, I think. I mean, we'll have to pay attention and see if they really do get an advantage, the two guys, Ezat and Stinson. And Ezat just put in a time.
Yeah,
I was just watching him. He went 2/10 quicker
Oh.
on that last lap right there.
AJ's just gone third quickest. He's set at 1:14.8 now as well. And this
Oh, wow.
begs the question too. How many... I mean, if the rain is only going to be there for half of the race, there's the big setup question. Do you go full wet setup? Do you try to find some type of hybrid in between? Do you just stick with dry and hope for the best? I'm not sure, and I'm not sure what some of these guys are using at the minute either. I mean, that Ezat time could be a purely dry setup. Who knows?
Yeah, it could be. I think it is. I think it's a pure dry setup. He might, but we got to look at the setup that the guys are coming in with to begin with during the dry. These guys are running 4.9, 4 on the front, 9 on the back. Not very difficult to just change your front wing and give you a little bit more downforce in the rain. You can also change the brake bias. You can change some things from the dry setup and have it ready for the wet, where, I mean, I'm trying to explain it. I'm not sure if I'm explaining it the way I want to, but it's not that difficult, right? The rear wing is already up there. All they have to do is bring the front wing up, change the brake bias, do a little bit, and they're ready for the wet.
Yeah. So the more people that share their telemetry, the more we can see from the app, and we can see their setups and things like that too. So we'll have to put an announcement out in Discord so we can see that kind of stuff. But I understand why people kind of want to keep that secret. No one wants to share their setups sometimes, you know. You might find their secret as to why they're so fast and stuff like that. But if you want to give a shout out to all the guys that have joined in the chat as well, we've got Ash, Smalley, Bill Six joined, Lex is there as well. I think this is going to be a really good race, and we'll do our best to get eyes on all of the action that's going to be happening on this half wet, half dry race. And the thing that I'm most looking forward to is the transition. You know, when they're going to come into dries, who's going to call it too early, who's going to call it too late. It can be catastrophic, can't it?
It can, and you can't look at the timer or the forecast and say, okay, it's going to stop at this lap. We're going to come in for the dry. You can't do that. There's no way of knowing if it's going to come in early, if it's going to stop early, if it's going to stop later. It could rain until, you know, the 3/4 mark of the race, where putting on the dries wouldn't really benefit you if you're close, you know, you're in a close battle. It wouldn't do anything for you. But you're right. It's going to be exciting to see when the guys come in. We're gonna have a very, getting tongue-tangulated in words today. We're gonna have a very interesting race just to see how the guys strategize and kind of decide on when they're gonna do that. They have to make it through the rain though first. First, they have to make it through the rain to be able to make those decisions when the rain does stop and the dries come on.
Absolutely, that is going to be the biggest question. Who's going to be brave enough to go 3 wide into turn 1 or even 2 wide? Imagine the understeer on the cold tyres, wet track. It's going to be horrendous. Now, want to give a shout out to the reserve driver who's driving for OFR reserves today, Lazo11. He's gone 10th fastest with a 1:15.757. Look at the guys around him. Simon Mark's there, Scotty's there, Tommy's behind him, Racer Tay's just ahead. That is a D1 drive there, and that is a decent job from Lazo.
Yeah, I was just watching him. He looked really good through Sector 3. One of the more difficult parts of the track Sector 3 where you've got that, I mean, you've got the turn 10 hairpin, and then you go up into that kind of a parabolic of 12 where you have to come around and you have to let off the gas. He looked very, very tidy through there, and then the 14-15 chicane right before the last turn looked very steady as he was going through right there. Look, I'm gonna get you to look at the time card there, Robot. From P12 down to P15 where Leak is at, 115.9s.
Oh yeah.
All of those guys on 115.9s. It's incredible how close the pace is.
Yeah, I didn't see that. That's really good effort pointing that out there. That is close. I'm actually just riding on board with Leaker now. He just had to get through 3 different cars on his hot lap. That's how tricky the traffic is around here, and that's what you expect to see with a full grid, which is what we're looking forward to this entire season. But unlucky for Leaker.
Oh,
he's down
no.
in 15th at the minute. Go on. Oh, he's gone deep.
Oh, yeah, he's gone very, very deep. He canceled it.
He's not going to have time
and
to
he terminated the lap.
It's too late.
No, he's not.
I don't think he's going to be happy with that. Look at his teammate as well, Santu, easily a top 6 driver, I would say. Down in 17th at the minute with a 1:16.492. He could have some redemption here though as he's coming around the final corner at 16. He's got a little bit of a toe from the car ahead. It didn't push him out too wide because of the lack of downforce. He's going to cross the line. 6, there we go, top 6. Look at that.
What a call, Robot.
Wow, decent lap, decent lap.
Take a look at the top 10. You've got the likes of AJ in P4. Honda returned this season up in P5. Santi, we just saw Santi do the P6. Cam D2 to D1 just got his first full seat this season. P7, we've got Tay in P8, Squashed Apples in P9, and Simon in P10. Not a lot of familiar names up there in that top 10, are there?
That is exactly what I'm loving right now. Like you say, look at Honda, possibly one of the best decisions to get him back in OFR. I think Stinson reached out to him, and look at this, top 5 driver at the minute. I think he can go faster too. Is he just started his hot lap right now? He has. Let's ride on board with him and see how he gets on actually. So through turn 1 and 2 he goes. You want to take as much curves as you can. Leaker's retired, but that was in the pit, so he won't be able to set another time here. Here comes Honda round turn 3. You want to hook that inside there, reduce the distance, and brake just as you get under the yellow Pirelli sign there. There you can see him. He drops it down into 3rd. Early upshift back into 4th as he goes round turn 4. A little bit snappy in the oversteer there, and he's lost it. He's lost the car. Lap done. Whew.
You can see how deep he got right there into it. Looked like turn 4. He went so deep in there. He had to let off, and then when he let off, it still wasn't enough to get the car to rotate. Maybe the left rear got into the grass, and that's what got him loose. Unfortunate there for Honda.
Yeah, really unfortunate. Now, we do have the 3 guys ahead of him also on a hot lap. Gernman spun, though. Gernman is spun. Is that also around turn 4? It is. He's done to come off at the same part as Honda did. So he's abandoned his lap now as well, as we see 6 checkered flags light up as qualifying ends there. Santi's done. Cam's done. Margaret's been through to second.
Margaret's jumped him.
A 1:14.429. That's just 2 tenths away from the previous champ, Izat, who is abandoned his lap. He's just going slow on the back straight there. Oh, on up to turn 4 he's going slow, sorry. Now, where's AJ? Because AJ's off as well. AJ's come off.
AJ's terminated his way. It doesn't look like he's invalidated.
He's just given up, I think.
I think he just didn't have the room.
Wow, so who am I looking for? Someone's just jumped, I think Lazo just jumped Abby possibly. As AJ is getting really slippy as he's coming around the final corner. Let's see if I can find anyone else who's still out on track. Random Sirius is spun as well. He's spun in the Ferrari. It looks like he's come off at the hairpin at turn 10 and 11.
Oh, wow.
A lot going on this final lap, eh?
Now, Stinson, it looks like Stinson's trying to put a lap in. He's just gone around 4. The timer is out. I don't know if he's made it or not. He's going around like he is. He's not got a time in yet. No, yeah. That's his AI.
Driving straight.
So that's interesting to see. He hasn't got a time in yet. He's going to be P20 on the start in the rain.
Yeah, that's... Do you know what? I didn't even notice that until you just pointed it out. I didn't expect to see his name at the bottom, and I didn't even look there. I was more concerned with the likes of Alex and Random. I just overlooked Stinson. I wonder what's happened there.
I wonder if he's had 3 canceled laps. I mean, I kept looking for it to see where he would come up, but it never came up, and now we're at the end, and he's at the bottom.
Interesting. We've got news as well. Mish Mark actually did the fastest middle sector on his final lap. Good job for him. He's only in 12th, so sector 1 and 3 didn't work out, but it's still a 1:15, and that is still a really, really quick time for RB1 guys.
look at how close the times are. This is going to be amazing. I mean, the rain is probably going to separate the guys a little bit. We're going to see who's good at it and who's not. We already named off the guys that we know are good in the rain. It's going to be good to see how Honda fares. We're going to see how Simon fares, how Squash Apple fares. Mr. Mark, Fast Sector 2, we'll have to see how he fares in the rain. Lazo, the reserve driver, will have to see how he fares in the rain. It's going to be a very interesting start to the race. I can't wait.
I mean, if it is going to be heavy rain at the start, the initial getaway is going to be so horrible. I mean, from P2 downwards, there's going to be zero visibility. They're not going to be able to see. I reckon we're going to see some, Brazil style of crashes on the main straight like we saw in the real F1 2 years ago. I think it's going to be pretty hectic. But whoever gets away first, though, is probably in a really decent position. Look at that. You can see puddles on the ground already. Aquaplaning chance high. Puddles, standing water. This is going to be a tough one.
Look at that rain. It is pouring.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. So, all the guys in the chat, let us know who your prediction for the top 3 is going to be. If I could choose right now, I think it's going to be Izat, Margaret, and I think we're going to see the likes of Cam up there, I think, because he is just so quick in the rain. I think that's how it's going to turn out.
I wouldn't disagree with that. I agree completely. I would take that lineup as well. We don't really know how Gernman is in there. I don't remember Gernman in the rain. He could fare fairly well in the rain. I think he might be up there as well.
Yeah, we do have someone readying up early, but I think there was a decent amount of time before that for people to set up their stuff. But yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to change the topic there. But we're starting in 5 seconds, so I'll do my best to get the telemetry set up again, guys, because yeah, we don't have information on that because of the glitches. Thanks, Codemasters. So let's see what happens at the start. Here we go. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all 5 red lights, a lot of standing water. That's all the lights gone, and we are now away. I'm going to try and quickly turn it on. I'm going to ride on board with Margaret just to see. Izak pulls away so quickly. So does Gernman as well. Margaret's bogged down to 3rd already. Honda's jumped in now.
Oh, trouble in the back! Trouble in the back!
It's Stinson. Stinson's got a penalty for something, and it looks like Izak's gone horribly deep into the first corner. He's had to cut back along the track. That's going to allow Gernman to catch up slightly. Something happened to Stinson there. Leaker's right at the back now as well.
And Leaker's in the back as well.
I wonder if something happened to Stinson and Leaker, and Stinson's allowing Leaker to get back ahead. Don't know. Don't want to speculate too much here. Let's quickly get back to the race though and see who's out leading. It's Izat ahead. Can you see anything else going on? I can. There's something going on in the midfield around P10. We've got a lot of guys jostling.
They're 2 wide going around 4.
Yeah, there's
in the rain.
It's so hard.
And that's somebody else around. Who is that?
I'm not sure. We've got a yellow flag. It's Leaker. Leaker's
Oh, it's Leaker again.
He's getting back on track. Has he got wing damage? Oh, he's got a lot of wing missing. He's got a lot of wing missing.
He's got some wing damage missing now. He didn't at the beginning after the first spin, but now he does have wing damage.
Could you quickly check the race director just to see what Stinson's penalty is? It might give us a bit more information of what happened at the back there.
Let's take a look.
AJ's just swapped position with his ex-teammate Santi as well in the Red Bull. AJ is and Santi's in the racing point, I believe. A lot of guys sticking information at the minute though. Santi's sliding as he's going through that corner again. He's having a bit of trouble getting heat into his tyres. It's so hard to generate heat into your tyres. Let me quickly turn on the telemetry so you guys can see. We're riding on board with Santi right now, so I'll stick with him, and you can just see how cold his tyres actually are. Look at this. His rear tyre, his rear right tyre is at 55 degrees. Optimal tyre temp for the inters or the wets, they're on full wets, is around 80 degrees, and look at that. He's 20 degrees under at the moment. That is how difficult it is for him to keep his car even in a straight line at the minute. Let's see where he brakes here. He brakes just before the 100. Lock up on his front tyres there as he's going in. Visibility is so poor, and he's just so hesitant on that throttle. Look at it. It's horrendous conditions.
So, Stinson picked up that 5-second time penalty, Robot. It says severe collision with Random Series. Random actually got away, and he's with the rest of the pack. Maybe running into the back of him, but that's where the 5-second penalty came from.
Interesting. So maybe Stinson hit the back of him and just pushed him forward, and that gave him a bit of a boost. Who knows?
Yeah.
But Stinson's rear tyres, right? Leaker's rear tyres, right now. He's just come out of the pits, or is he still in the pits? He's still there.
He's just come in. He's got a new wing going on. He's got fresh full wets going on. Oh man.
Yeah, this is going to be trouble. The good thing is, though, chances of a safety car are pretty high, I would say. So he's going to catch up to the back of that pack as soon as that safety car comes out. He's not going to have lost too much time, at least. And he's currently lost 3 positions. So yeah, it's a tough one. Whereas OFR Blaze...
Oh, that's somebody else off. Who is that? I think that's...
It's
I
a
think
Mercedes.
that's Tommy. Tommy's off.
Oh, no. Let's have a look. There we are. He's coming back on track. He's joined safely, thankfully. Renault's going up his side right now, and it's got a Ferrari behind him. I think... Is that a Ferrari behind him or an Alpha? Oh, he's going side by side. It's a McLaren, sorry. It's Alex behind him now as well.
Oh, man. Stinson makes the move, but Alex is not going to let him go. Alex is making him fight for it.
He's just got him on the entry into turn 16, so Stinson's moved up now. He's moved up 5 positions already. Remember, he started right at the back. We've got another yellow in sector 3. It's Red Bull. It's OFR Blaze again. He's off. He's off the track. Now, a spin usually heats your tyres up, and look what's happened here. It's done just that. His rear tyres are green at the minute. They were just 85 degrees, but now you can see how cool they're getting. They're back at 65 already. That is phenomenal. They're cooling down so quickly.
Yeah, you got to keep these things going. You can't stall these tires out. You've got to keep them going to keep them the warmest you can get them in. Look at him. He gets sideways coming out of turn 16 as he's trying to build some more heat into the tires. Looks like he's growing his lead a little bit as the guys are coming down the back straight into the turn 10 hairpin. He has a second lead in front of Gurman. Gurman is not letting go, though.
He's not. I'm going to stick with Stinson for now, though, because I think Stinson's the closest on track to any other driver. And I think in the final sector, this is where he gains his most time. So I reckon that is where we're going to see... Oh, here he goes down the inside. He's looking to make a move. No, he's backed out just at the last minute. I think he made a good decision there to back out. Otherwise, that would have been a collision on Tommy there. Tommy wouldn't have even known he was going for that move because the visibility is just so poor. Look at this. You can't even see anything other than the rear light on the car at the minute. That is how bad it is, and it doesn't look like this rain's clearing anytime soon either. Now, we've got another Ferrari off at turn 12. I think that could be random serious. Now we've got a yellow in sector 2 as well. It's the racing point. Is that Leaker again? It is. Leaker's come off. He's off at turn 4. Coming into turn 5 now. He's not having the best of drives today, is he?
No, he's not. He's got to be careful, too, because the leaders are starting to catch up. Not having a good day. Something has got to be going on with Leaker today for him to go around 3 times.
He's lost his wing again. He's got damage.
Lost his wing again.
Let me have a look at his car quickly, just so you guys can see what's going on. Oh, here you go. Don't think you'll be surprised based on what you can see on the game as well. He's got 100% front right wing damage at the minute, so he's got no right wing, and that is going to be tough.
Safety car, safety car, safety car, safety car. Random series around.
Ooh. There is a safety.
And it's going to bring out the safety car.
And this is what Leaker needed. He needed the safety car just before the leaders get to him.
Now, yeah, he's going to come in right in front of the leaders here, but the leaders are going to go by, and it's going to be tough. I think this is going to put him a lap down.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to get it back.
Now, Isaac could be friendly here. Isaac could back the pack up and allow Leaker to go in and come out. But yeah, I don't think there's too much communication between the two teams at the moment, so no. I doubt that's going to happen. Leaker's driving very, very slowly because of the delta and the lack of a wing. But here he comes into the pits now. And where's Isaac? Isac's just coming through turn 15 now. He's not coming into the pits. He's staying out. And yeah, he's going to get lapped. That's very unfortunate. Safety car is already out on track, so it will pick up Isaac as he comes round turn 3. Ugh, wow. Wow.
So the rain claiming victims already, Robot. We didn't speak about the possibility for DNFs or how many we thought it might be. It looks like it could be 2 or 3 right from the start that we're going to see today.
Yeah, at the end of this race, well, to be honest, I mean, I think there was only 2 major incidents so far. One of them was someone going off the track, and another one was the initial contact on the grid. I think if they can continue like this, then we shouldn't see any. But the safety car restart, especially round turn 16, it's hard enough to restart when it's dry because your tyres are so cool and you want to just put the throttle down through 16 and you'll spin. Imagine what that's like in the rain. It's going to be hard, and I think we're going to see some spins there.
So we're going to let the field catch up here. We've got a couple of guys that did choose to come in pit. Squashed Apple's coming around turn 16 now. He's going to have to catch the pack before they get to the next one, but I think we are going to see another lap after this one under the safety car. It's going to let everybody catch up. We're going to get a full restart and see how the guys get on. Look at Honda. Honda's past Margaret, I think. Honda's in P3. And then you've got Margaret, AJ, and Racer Tay rounding out the top 6. Santi, look at Santi. Still up there in P7, and then Simon in P8. Cam has dropped 4 spots from the start of the race, all the way down in P11. He can still make something out of the day. What a start to the race.
Yeah, it really is. So people are asking if Lee can overtake the safety car, or the lapped car, sorry, to get back around. Not in this game, unfortunately. Codemasters don't, or haven't implemented that yet. They're doing other things.
Yeah.
So.
He could pass and pick up the penalty. That might be something that the stewards or OFR need to look into to see if we can get that to happen. But I think it's a drive-through penalty, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh no. Hang on, let's have a look. Detail penalties. Oh no, sorry. I thought you were talking. Oh, Leaker's retired. He's.
Oh.
Hang on, what's happened there?
It happened on track as well.
It looks like it, yeah. We might be able to see what's happened. OFR Blaze is just coming around the final chicane now. Can we see Leaker's car? It looks fine. Oh, he's lost. Oh, looks like he's lost his front left wheel. Oh, and we can see that on the telemetry. I still had his telemetry up at the time. Look at that. His front left wheel, 100% wing damage. Sorry, his front left wing, 100% damage, and his front left wheel as well, 100% damage there. He's lost a wheel.
We'll have to keep an eye on Discord for anything. Squashed Apple not having a good go. I'm watching him going around trying. He's still not caught up to the pack robot, having just the worst time trying to get around the track under safety car conditions, trying to catch up to the pack.
Yeah, it's difficult, but thankfully they're going through the part of the track now which is probably the slowest, or second to slowest if you don't count 10 and 11. So yeah, he should be able to catch up before they get to turn 10 now. Yeah, he can see them ahead now, so he should be restarting, I think. Now let's jump on board with Isaac, because he's just about to cross the end of the Sector 2 line, and yeah, there we go, safety car in this lap. So here comes the restart. Now let's quickly switch the telemetry to Isaac's car out ahead in the Mercedes. He's on 5-lap old wet tyres, and his rear, take a guess, what temp do you think his rear tyres are?
I want to say 50 degrees.
Even lower, man. They're 40.
Is it lower?
40.
Oh, wow.
His front tyres are 50, which is already a big problem. Imagine what his rears are going to be like as he's going through turn 16.
Yeah, he's going to have to take it easy when they come around, but he's let the safety car go. You got to let the safety car go early, guys.
Yeah, this is what we don't see in D2, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you got to let it go.
Because if you get that limiter glitch, cars spin, and that's what we saw with You Can Do It last week.
Yep.
You need to leave a big enough gap.
And he's just showing,
He's sliding. Look at that. He's sliding through 16.
Look at him trying to get the power down.
He's got it.
Itching to get the power down, and now he's got it down. But I think Gurman got it down as well.
Gurman did. Gurman swerving to try to put some heat into his tyres. A few cars are doing that, actually. AJ swerving as well. I'm just flicking through all the drivers right now. Big gaps between everyone. Doesn't look like anyone's got a chance of an overtake right now, and the visibility is going to be absolutely horrendous again. Alex goes deep into the corner, caught that on the rear of Tommy's car there. He's got Abby behind him who's slowly catching up, and then behind Abby we've got Random Series who's dropped back a little bit, and now he's getting challenged by Stinson. Stinson is now in 18th place, and he's looking to make a move on Random Series. Here he goes. There we go. Stinson's got him. Abby doesn't want to give up.
Stinson through.
It's clean. It's clean.
I thought he was a bit further up before the safety car, wasn't he?
He was. He's not pitted, has he? Let me quickly switch it back so we can see. Stinson's currently in P17. He's on fresh wet tyres. He's pitted. I wonder why he's gone on to them. That's really interesting because the leader only has 15% wear on his tyres. Stinson already has 5% based on those laps under the safety car, so I'm not sure why he pitted. Maybe he needed a wing. It's possible.
Yeah, maybe to take advantage of some fresh tires while he was at the back. He knows he can get through here. Maybe he just picked up a fresh set of wets just to, gain an edge.
Trying to see if there's any word from Likla to see what happened here. Don't think we're going to hear from him soon, but maybe one of us can tag him in Discord, see if we can get some info for his fans. He's got a lot of fans in the chat right now. Love to know what happened there. But here we go. Gurman's caught up to the back of Izat again. Gurman didn't expect him to be this quick in the rain, but look at him go. His consistency's there, and he's closed that gap 0.8 of a second now. He's doing good.
Look at how scary that turn is. You got to be flat out in the wet. Look at how scary that is.
He's just got this nailed. He doesn't look like it's kind of raining for him. He looks like he's just correcting only slightly.
Right.
He's doing a good job at the moment. Stinson's
And they've left Honda in P3. They're 2.8 back, and it's going to go to 3, it looks like.
Where's Cam in all of this? He's down in 11th at the minute with a 3-second penalty. Stinson now right on the rear of Alex as they're going through turn 9. If he had DRS, he would be able to open it right now, but he's not. Is he going to make a move here? He's thinking about it, but no, he's backed out again. The same thing he did on Tommy. He doesn't want to risk it there, which is the right thing to do. But now he's got that gap down to less than 0.3 of a second. It's less than a 0.2 now. It's around 1.5 tenths. He's looking to go around the outside here. He needs to be careful on the throttle, though. You can see how close Alex currently is. Is Stinson going to go around the outside here? He's left enough space and he's got him. Stinson's got Alex. He's now in P15.
He's done the same thing he did at Monza last week. He went around the outside where you would not think he'd be able to do it.
Yeah, I don't know how he does this. It's absolutely phenomenal. I think he's going to make quick work of Tommy too. Now Scotty's dropping down. Scotty's in the pits. He's in the pits. Let's see if he's going for a wing change or something. I'm not sure why he's pitted. Is he putting on inters?
He's going to the inters.
Ooh, interesting. He's the first one to try it out if that's the case. Let's have a look. Let's switch it to the tyres. You're right. He's on fresh inters right now. It doesn't look dry enough to me.
Now, is this a sign? It doesn't. Yeah, I mean, the racing line is still a bit cloudy with water. We'll have to see if the other guys try to do the same. That's a very, very... what's the word, Robot? Not having a good day with words right now. It's a very risky thing to do if he's the only one that's going to try it.
And to be honest, I do think it's a bit early. So what I found in this game is that Jeff seems to be the perfect indicator of when to switch to a tyre. But it's just whether or not Jeff tells you before the pit lane or after. Because more times than not, he's told a few drivers after they've passed the pit lane and they have to go and do another lap.
You're right.
But yeah, I don't think he would have got the call from Jeff because I think we would have seen a lot more drivers dive in.
Here's Stinson again. Stinson coming up to the back of our reserve driver Lazo today in the Renault. He's not quite close enough to make that same move he did the lap before, but he is. I think he's going to make it very interesting coming out of 16 right here.
Let's see if we can get him.
You can see him turn it up. Look, he's got the overtake on. He's got 80% ERS.
It's really brave to turn on the overtake before you get out of the corner, isn't it? Especially
right, yeah.
Lazo's made a move on Ollie almost. Ollie's claimed turn 2 apex, but Lazo is just not surrendering right now. He's still pressuring him a little bit. Stinson has to lift there as he's going round turn 3. Now Stinson's got the jump on him again. Look at that. Trey's on the wet line. He's not even on the dry line right now, and he's managed to get better traction out as Ollie goes deep into turn 4. And now Stinson's going to make a move on Ollie too. He's just done 2 overtakes in less than one corner. Wow.
Now, can we claim team orders? There is Racer Tape puts up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Can we claim team orders there? If not team orders, Ollie just saw Stinson coming and said, hey, that's my teammate. I know he's faster. We're going to let him go.
Yeah, I mean, I know these two like to get in parties together. They also train together too, so I think the chances of a team order are a bit higher than Ollie just doing the brave thing there. But even if there wasn't a team order, I reckon Ollie would have done the same thing. There's no point in holding someone up who's demonstrably faster than you. It's only going to slow you down. And Izak goes fastest now with a 1:33. Stinson's moved up into 11th place. Oh, yeah, got yellow in sector 3. Ferrari's off. It's random. He's in the gravel at just before turn 12.
I don't think it's going to bring the safety car out. He's got Scotty coming up. He's going to let Scotty go. Yeah, this is another instance.
Why does he do that?
Where he's gone slow. Yeah. We talked about it last week, didn't we?
Yeah. It's strange. It's very strange. But anyway, is he coming into the pits? Did he have damage? No, he's staying out. That's weird. Anyway, well, I mean, his tyres could have cooled down so much that he didn't want to get on the throttle or something like that, but at least get back on the track so you don't get a penalty.
Yeah.
Seems weird. Right, going to move back up to, let's see who's closest right now. It's Misha, Mark, and Simon. Let's see if he can gain on him here. The gap was 8/10. It's climbing a little bit there as you hear his rears light up coming out at turn 5 through turn 6. Into 7 and 8 you go. You definitely do not want to go deep into that corner and hit that gravel because it takes so long to get out of it, especially if there's a train of cars behind you. But both make it through turn 9 okay, and down the straight they go into 10. It is starting to look, so I'm kind of noticing that there's not as much spray kicking up, so we can definitely see a dry line on track right now too. I think in about 5 laps, it could be wise to switch to the inters.
And that's the indicator for me, Robot. You were talking about Jeff earlier. The racing line is always an indicator. The darker it gets, the drier you know it's getting, or the lighter the rain is getting. Now, we got the rain report earlier, and oh, look, Stinson making a move on Cam. Cam got very, very sideways coming out of 15. Here they go around 16, and Stinson's going to have it done before they come out. The pressure of Stinson being behind you, that is a name you don't want to see behind you, but Cam's not going to let him go. I suppose Cam is going to push the fact, try to make the move back here.
Let's wait and see. It's still 5/10 of a second. You're right. Cam's not letting him go, and Cam is quick in the rain. To be honest, I expected him to see him a little bit higher. I think I did put him in the top 3 at the start of the race. I thought it was going to be a little bit quicker here, but these conditions have been so bad. We've seen tyres as little as 40 degrees. It's a tough race, and it's not the usual wet race, is it?
No, it's not. The guys had to start on the full wets. Usually, in a wet race, we see inters, right? We hardly ever see the full wets at the start of a race. Scotty went to the inters. It doesn't look like Scotty's really making up a ton of room. He might start catching up here in a little bit because it's getting a little drier, but having the full wets on, it's going to be interesting to see if the guys do switch to the inters in the next few laps. We don't know when the rain is going to stop. It does look like it's getting very, very slow. I don't see a lot of rain at all, Robot. Do you?
So looking at the track map, I can't see any at the track map. Sorry, looking at the spectator cam, I can't see any rain falling right now. All I see is the standing water on track and the spray coming from the wheels.
Oh, here they come! Here they come! Mark is in, Stinson's in.
Oh, here we go.
Tay is in, Santi's in. I think we're going to see the inters right here.
Oh, a lot of penalties for speeding in the pit lane. I think both Stinson and Mark got a penalty there.
Oh no! You know what that is? That's 10 seconds to Stinson.
Oh no, that's not good. Now he's in the pits right now, and they're not. He's not serving any penalty. He's just going straight away, so he hasn't served it.
Yeah, it hadn't been served.
And he's coming a lot of pit stops. None from the guys ahead though. Look at this. It's only the guys from P13 downwards that are pitted. So that's.
Tay was one of the only guys in the top. I think the top 10 that came in and elected to go to the inters. Maybe a strategy to see if AJ needs to come in and do the same thing as Random picks up a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
That's the third one already, and Stinson's just got past Mark as well. Now, one thing I do want to bring your attention to is Scotty. Remember Scotty pitted 4 laps ago? He pitted on lap 9 or 10.
That's right.
For the inters. His inters are going to be a lot warmer and a lot more optimized for this track right now than the guys behind him. He's not gaining on Racer Tay too much though. If you look, that gap's just staying at around 5.3 seconds. So Tay's fresh inters are doing as good a job as Scotty's used inters. So I think Scotty came in too early.
I think he did. 3 laps difference in where the other guys came in. That's a lot of guys that came in for the inters at one time. It looks like below the top 10, everybody else came in for the inters. So.
Oh, and now the top guys have come in as well.
Is that German and Honda?
Yeah, and look at this. Izat stayed out.
Ooh.
Izat's just gone through turn 4. And German's out now with fresh inters. Honda's on fresh inters, and none of them have penalties, whereas Izat's 13-lap-old wets. It's a lot drier now looking at the onboards as well. It could be a switch to a dry tyre pretty soon. I reckon 3 laps time. I reckon around lap 17, it'll be dry time.
Yeah, now look, we were just talking about Scotty. Scotty just did the fastest lap with those
Oh, wow.
four-lap-old inters. Look where he's at now. P6. AJ gets a 3-second time penalty.
Oh, wow. Look at Scotty. So I take that back then. Scotty is actually
Maybe.
he's in a good position. And if it's less than 5 laps from a switch to a soft tyre, he's done everything right.
He has. He's jumped it. He's made the right call. And look where it's put him. Now let's see if Izak comes in right here. He's going around 15. He's not coming in. He's going to put another lap on the wets. I don't think he's going to come in until he starts seeing a dramatic drop in the time delta from him to P2, which is Gernman. Gernman picks up another 3-second time penalty. The difference right now is 21 seconds, 0.2. It is falling, so Gernman is gaining a little bit. He's got to come in on the next one.
I think so too. I think it's possible that he could just be waiting for that dry switch. But the thing is now, the gap, 21, it's now 20.9. So it's come down. It's now 20.7, 20.6, and it's coming down again. Stinson picks up another penalty, and the gap is now 20.6 again. So I think Izak needs to pit.
He does. It's been jumping. It's coming down. It's coming down. It's coming down. He needs to come in. Sooner or later, if he goes around
it's
again,
less than 20.
He's in danger of getting passed.
It's less than 20 now.
It's
coming
less.
down. And you need, without a penalty or a wing, you need 21 seconds. So he's already getting jumped by Gernman. He's waited too long. The only thing he can do now to secure P1 is wait for the dry. But look at this. The track is visibly drier. I mean, it's getting dry.
If he waits for it is. It's getting super dry. I mean, I can barely see raindrops falling. I do see some raindrops coming down, but not anywhere close to what intermediates would be wanting to run on right now.
He stayed out again.
And he's going out. He stayed out again.
It's 17 second time. He's just lost 2 seconds in less than a lap. By this rate, if it continues to grow as much as it has been, Gernman's going to catch him by lap 19.
But if he is waiting on the dries, Robot, I think Gernman can come in at the same time. I'm not sure. I mean, if the dries, if it gets to the point where they have to come in for the dries, Izak's made the right move. But if it stays this way, I don't know.
Okay, so is it visibly getting drier? Because I can't, not drier, sorry, brighter. Because I can't quite tell. But is there still overcast?
It's visibly, it's getting a little brighter now. The racing line is getting very, very dark. You're starting to see the brake, the lockups as they go into the turns. So it is getting drier.
Interesting.
That's gotta be what he's doing.
And I wonder if these tyres are going to start overheating. I think they are. Look at this. Scotty's front tyres right now are at 90 degrees. Okay, this is interesting. That is too hot. That's going to eat those inters up too quickly. I think
it is. So is the pace going to fall off?
It's 12 seconds. Look at this. The gap to Izak and Gernman, 12 seconds now. That's 5 seconds in one lap. So again,
oh wow.
Come lap 18, he's going to be right on the back of him. It is growing exponentially. Oh no, what's happening here? I'm currently watching.
Praying for the dries.
Yeah, I'm currently watching this battle right now for 16th place. Avi is fending off OFR Blaze and Alex. They're less than a second separates the three at the moment. They are very, very close on track. And one thing I'm seeing actually is some of these drivers are switching to the wet part of the track, possibly to cool their tyres down. I don't know whether they're
cool the tyres down.
But this is interesting because these tyres are getting far too warm. Izak's on 50% worn wets at the moment too, and the gap is now 10 seconds with 2 sectors. It's less than 10 now. It's 9.6. He's 9.5.
I think he realized the mistake he made, Robot. He realized what happened, stayed out to see what was going to happen, but as soon as the time started dropping off, it was too late.
In about 2 corners time, or maybe at the end of this lap rather, I think Izak's going to be able to see Gernman in his rear view. Let's have a look.
I think you're right.
Izak's just coming to turn 10. Gernman's just coming around turn 9 now. It's getting so close. Gap is now 6 seconds.
Wow.
It's going to be lap 18. He's going to be right on his rear. Here we go. What's Izak going to do? Surely it's not time for dries yet. You can tell that from the spray that's coming from the dry line currently. It's still a bit too wet. He's got to wait.
Well, he's not a guesser, is he? He's never one that guesses on the strategy.
He's in! He's in!
Here he comes! Here he comes! Here he comes!
It's got to be dry. It's got to be a dry tyre.
He's got to be going on to the dries.
German's obviously stayed out because he's only on 2-lap old Inters. Let's see what tyres are waiting for him. It's not
it's the Inters!
Oh no. Is he going to come out ahead of Honda? No. He's not even going to come out ahead of Racer Tay.
No.
He's lost 2. Surely not. Surely Margalit in 5th place. Margalit's going to get him. Margalit's going to get him. He's going to come out right in traffic. Here comes Margalit. They're going to be side by side here into turn 1. What's going to happen? Let's ride on board with them and see. He's just ahead. Margalit's got him. Scotty is right on the rear of him now as well with warmer tyres. Now, are Izat's fresher tyres going to help him out here?
I think so. I think the fresher tires are going to help him out. Look at how far back he is. It's not as big as it was when German came in for the Inters and then Izat stayed out in the full wets. Now, Izat has got, 3-lap newer Inters than everybody else.
Yeah. Oh, this is interesting. So Lavsesh has said that he's chucked it away. He said pitting for Inters would be a mistake just before Izat came into the pits and he's popped his Inters on.
Right.
And he's called it. I think Lavsesh, I think you're right here. I think so. I think you've absolutely nailed it.
We're 15 laps out, right? So
down the inside, he makes a move on Margalit. He's got Margalit already.
He's through. He's through.
Interesting.
Margalit's not going to let him go. I mean, Margalit's going to try to do everything to stay right there with him. The rain would have to stop now, yeah, so that the track could start drying off, and the guys could start thinking about switching to the dries.
Yeah, it's the thing is the soft tire lasts 6 laps, something like that, somewhere around there. If it's going to be a dry end of the race and it's going to be around lap 21, they're going to have to go mediums to the end. And if Izat can push those newer Inters an extra lap, he may be able to spit on a pair of soft boots at the end. It's possible. But I agree with Lars this year. I think he's chucked this one away. Now we've got another guy in the pits. Now Tommy's in. Is Tommy switching to the dry tyre? Because that will be and remember, Tommy is Izat's teammate. This could be a second driver test here. You know.
Oh, it's a wing change.
Oh, it's a wing change, and it's the Inters again. Ah, so no dry tyres yet.
I think somebody's going to do it. Somebody is going to switch to the dries and try to see how it's going on. German's coming around. He looks very, very tidy in the wet, bro. He's been doing this all day.
Yeah, and I just want to point out as well, Stinson has not managed to get past the early pit stop of Scotty there. Scotty did a really decent job on that pit stop.
He did.
And let's just quickly check the penalties too, just to remind you guys. Stinson has 8 seconds worth of penalties at the minute. Random's got 21. I don't know how he's done that. And there's quite a few dotted around elsewhere as well. Racer Izat both have 3. Arjwin's got 3. Mish DeMart's got 5. Cam's got 3. And Alex has got 6. So, yeah, quite a lot of penalties going on. As Stinson still trying to chase down Scotty, but Scotty's just pulling away on the straights. I think Scotty's got more straight line speed and possibly less wing, because he's losing a bit in the corners, but he's just pulling away so quickly through the fast corners and straights. Now, here comes Stinson, holding on to 5th gear a lot. Scotty made the mistake. Scotty's got some horrible oversteer. He's lost the rear of his car. Stinson's gone down the inside, and he's broke so late and still managed to claim the racing. I don't know how he does these overtakes.
That's how he got Cam. The same exact turn. Cam made his mistake, and Stinson took advantage of it. Stinson's going to watch you, and if you make a mistake, you better believe Stinson's going to jump on it.
Now, he's got a rival ahead of him right now. He's got Margalit right in front of him. I mean, whenever you see Stinson do an overtake, you think, oh no, he's going to understeer, he's not going to slow it down, he's going to go straight on. And the car just keeps turning. I just don't know how he does it. Stinson down the inside. Ooh, there's slight contact there. The front of Stinson's wing touches the rear left of Margalit, and Stinson's got him.
He's going to go.
Are we going to see Margalit fight back here? Margalit's got oversteer. No, we're not going to see the fight back, as Izat is still in 4th place. He cannot get close to Racer Tay at the minute either.
Wow.
This is phenomenal. This is absolutely phenomenal.
And he doesn't, and it's not like he's locking up either to get the car to slow down. That was like that move at Monza last week when he went around Honda.
But yeah,
He did not lock up. The
and
tires did not lock up. He just went around.
he broke so late, and he still hit the apex at turn 9. I can't even. I don't even want to speculate what's going on. I have no idea how he's doing it. Phenomenal.
It's a whole different thing. But you would think, with all the experience he has and all the ability that he's got in the controls of the race car, that he would be able to fight for that P1 a little bit more. But look at what he's had to go through today. He had to start from the back, and he's all the way at the P5. If he could just get that quali session in where he's in the top 5 and then has a good race, I think he's in.
Oh, 2 cars off! 2 cars off! It's Avi and it's OFR Blaze. Sorry to interrupt you there, but I watched that right on board. I think both of them got understeer, and one of them hit the other, and they just went straight through turn 2. They've lost wing. They've managed.
Is that a safety car? The safety car's out.
No, come on, seriously.
Lap 21 safety car. What do you do now?
It's a pit for some soft tires, and you can see.
Oh no!
Gurman missed it. Gurman's missed it.
Gurman's missed it.
Oh no!
He has.
The safety car.
No, I don't think he.
No.
I think he passed it.
No.
I don't think he missed it. I think he passed it.
Yeah, I think he did. The safety car's out, and it's going to collect him right now. People behind him are pitting. He should have pitted. Look at this. He's going to be so slow right now. Oh no, Gurman's. Oh no. Oh no.
Well, now Tay's the only one that's in. Stinson's in.
He's at stayed
and
out.
Here they come. Margolid's in. Scotty's in. AJ's in.
Oh no. Margaret sped in the pit lane. He's at stayed out as well.
Yeah, and Honda's out. Now look at this.
This isn't right.
That's
Why
the
have they
second
stayed
person
out?
I've seen.
It's
I
a
have
dry
no
track.
idea.
It's dry.
Ollie has got a drive-through penalty, and then Alex picked up a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car.
This is silly. I honestly, I don't know. We've got Smalley in the chat trying to do incantations to stop people spinning and get the rain away. Carter's joined us as well. Hello, Carter. Good to have you here. He's crying for dries too, and he's wondering, just like we are, why they didn't pit for dry tyres. A set of mediums would have been so perfect right now. And what is the Ferrari doing all the way out
DRS
there?
has not been activated yet, so
it's not. But in 2 laps' time, surely it will be.
In 2 laps' time, surely it will be. According to FIA, it's not time to turn the DRS on yet. But I think everyone's right. I think they've made a mistake in not coming in. We'll have to see if they come in now. I mean, EZAT didn't come in. We'll have to see what happens. Look who's in P4.
Oh, they're in! They're in! Hang on, Honda's in! Oh no! Look how close the back of the pack is. Are they? Now they are going to all be driving to a delta because of the weird safety car setup in this game, so they may not lose out as much as you think. But here we go. Let's see what happens.
Diamond's in.
Now, Racer Tay was one of the... No, it wasn't. Simon... Who was it? Margaret. Margaret didn't pit. No, hang on. Ollie.
Oh, no. Margaret didn't come in.
Right, here we go. Scotty pitted for soft tyres. He's coming around the final corner now.
Doing?
Yeah, you know what it is? It's the weird thing with the safety car here. They've not actually lost out too much. Scotty's jumping everyone again, as you can see. Has Scotty jumped EZAT? Scotty's having to slow down now. No, he hasn't. So, yes, Danny, we know you can't turn DRS on under the safety car. We were saying in 2 laps' time when the safety car comes in, will DRS be activated 2 laps after that? But has Gurman pitted yet? Gurman has. Margaret is still on his... Margaret's on his intermediate tyre. That is shocking for me. This is strange. So we're on lap 23. Safety car came out on 22, if I recall correctly, and that means we've got 11 laps left, including the one they're on now. And if the safety car comes in, it's not coming in this lap. I haven't seen the notification yet, so it's going to come in on lap 24. That's going to leave them with 9 laps left to race once they start at 25. And a lot of these guys, let's switch to the tyre graphics now so we can see. And
Oh, wow.
question, someone's asked what's happened to Stinson. I believe he had to service 5 seconds in the pit lane, and that's dropped him all the way
That would
back
have been,
again.
yeah, that would have been why.
Because he had 8 seconds, remember, and now he's got... And here comes Margaret. Like, Margaret's coming in now from P1.
Oh, no.
And,
Ollie's got to be coming in as well. He is. What a disaster call when they missed it. Look at where it's going to put him, Robot.
he's going to be last. Oh, well, second to last. He was running, what, P4 or P5? And he's just served his penalty as well, which means he could actually come out in last place if this Mercedes Tommy can get around in time. Don't think he's going to be able to, though. But here comes Margaret out in P17. Absolutely heartbreaking. It really is.
So Gurman actually lucked out, and so did Honda.
Yeah. It's because when the safety car comes out, they all have to drive to the same delta as they would if they were under the safety car, and they're having to go really slow. So the gap essentially is exactly the same until everyone backs up to each other.
That's right.
It's just a weird way that they've implemented this. But yeah, he's got away with it. Gurman was leading. He's still out ahead on fresh mediums. Now, do you think the soft tyres of a Honda are going to last to the end?
I was just about to say. I was just about to get onto that, Robot. Soft tires. We'll have to see if the safety car's coming in. They're coming around sector 2 right now. We should get the warning. If it comes in, they've got more than 8 laps to go. They've got close, and it's coming in.
So Honda's going to be quicker on the get-go, but after 5 laps, he's going to be slow.
Yeah, he's going to get swallowed. Ezat chose to take the softs. Ezat knew better in practice this morning. Gurman's letting the safety car go. I think we're going to see these medium guys outrun the softs in about 5 laps. I think you're right.
Interesting. So you can still see the safety car. He needs to just wait a little bit longer to make sure that limiter doesn't kick in. Wait till it's in the pit lane. There we go. It's in now. And this is where he's going to restart. Let's see how he gets away. He needs to be careful through this cold track, cold tyres. He needs to be careful. He's made it through. A little bit of snappiness there. A little bit, but he's made it through. Now Honda's trying to get the toe. No, Honda's going to be quick these first 5 laps, I tell you.
Oh, Santi slept on the restart. Ezat's made the position. He's up in the P3.
Alex is pitted. I think Alex is doing his drive-through penalty now.
And Ollie got that drive-through as well, yeah.
And Margaret and or is that Abby? Is that they teammates? Oh, no, it's not. It's OFR Blaze and Margaret going wheel to wheel there. Oh, keep it clean, guys. Keep it clean. Honda's still just 5 tenths behind, 6 tenths now, and we've got an overtake from Misha Mark on AJ. Misha Mark's got AJ on the inside of turn 4. Good move. The gap between Ezat and Honda is closer. It's 3 tenths of a second. Remember, those soft tires.
Ezat, I was just going to say, Ezat's wanting to get around right here. He's wanting to get around as fast as he can because he knows he's only got a certain amount of time on the soft to get around and catch Gurman and then make the move on Gurman.
True. They have to do this on lap 26. If it's not 26, the Gurman's going to run away.
They've got to go. If Ezat can't make the move on Honda, then he's got to let Honda go and try to let Honda catch Gurman. If they don't, Gurman's gone.
Yeah, really valid point. And Ezat's the only one with the penalty as well. We've got a yellow in sector 3. Is that random again? Random's off.
Yeah, he's going to have to...
Back to the lead. They've pulled away a little bit. Gurman's extended his gap to 7 tenths of a second now, but Ezat's not letting him go. I honestly don't think Honda is going to have the pace. Oh, Ezat's spinning. Ezat's sliding. He's sliding. His rears were lighting up there. He's just lost a few tenths of a second. He almost lost the rear at turn 3. Almost.
Now, are we going to get DRS on the next lap?
I've not possibly. I've not ever been in a situation where the transition from wet to dry happens during a safety car.
Another yellow.
I think that yellow was Marglit. Marglit's dropped down. He's just over.
Yeah.
He's just been let pass by his teammate. So that's Marglit and
It
Abby.
may be too little too late for that, though, as Tommy is already 3 seconds up the road.
Yep, and German's got a second gap now, so if DRS does turn on, Honda's not going to take advantage of it. Yellow in sector 2.
Yellow sector 2, that's going to be random again.
And no DRS yet, but here comes Izat on Honda, I reckon. I think this could be it for him. Izat was 1.2 seconds quicker than his fastest lap before that. Yeah, Honda's going to the inside to defend. Izat's going to take the outside line. Can he outbrake him? No. Honda's got the apex, and he's made sure he's got the apex at the second corner as well. Izat cannot get by just yet.
DRS enabled, robot. The notification just came out.
Oh, he's lost it! He's lost it! He's off! He's in the gravel!
Where's he gone?
Turn 3 again. It's the lack of downforce through turn 3 on the slippy track. He's lost 2 positions. He's come out just ahead of Scotty there. That was close. That was very close. Scotty did well to avoid him there. Oh no, and I think that's German's win.
I think you're right. I think that's German's win because Honda's on the sauce. We're at lap 27. German 3 laps on the medium tires, Honda 3 laps on the soft tires, and Santi and P3 on the medium tires. Can Santi do anything to catch Honda when the soft tires start running out?
Now, Racer Taze just picked up another penalty. Racer Taze on 6 seconds worth of penalty. If Santi can keep penalty free for the end of this race, he's going to get a podium. That's what everyone wants to see. Let's not kid it. Everyone apart from AJ wants to see Santu on the podium. Let's see if that's
we're not going to spectate him.
Nope, not at all. We're not even going to talk about him anymore until the end of the race. So let's jump down to Stinson, who is right on the back of Scotty right now. Scotty is what? Only 3 tenths ahead of them. And they've got DRS now, remember? You can see the DRS flick open there. That's the drag reduction system in the rear wing, allowing air to pass through, reducing the downforce, increasing the top speed. Here they go. And look at this. Stinson's just not got straight line speed. We've been seeing that all through this race. He's quick through the corners, but not on the straights. That means he's probably running a heavier downforce setup. Scotty's gone.
Who is that? Was that Scotty that went wide?
He's gone really wide at 3. That's only going to allow Stinson to catch up again and hopefully make him move through the corners. Stinson doesn't have the straight line speed at the moment.
Do you think it's the wet setup? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Robot, but when you come in for a pit stop, as the guys did for the dry tires, can you not change the front wing angle on that pit stop?
You can do that, and it's possible that Stinson might have forgotten to do that. But the thing is, even during the actual race, like during the wet part of this race, we saw the same thing with Stinson. He was still slow on the straights.
Yeah.
So I think he might be running a lot of rear wing, and you definitely cannot change that. And the rear wing is the reason the drag reduction system exists, is because the rear wing creates so much downforce in a straight line that actually opening it up will help you go faster. And I think that could be what we're seeing. I think you're right. Now watch this.
Here's your battle, Robot. It's Tay, Santi, and Izat. Izat trying to make the positions back. German putting in blistering lap times just at a 1:19.1 on the mediums.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just on board with Scotty right now, and with Stinson. Sorry, Stinson just cannot catch up, even with DRS and overtake. It just can't happen. So let's jump to that battle that you're looking at, and let's see what's going on. I'm not going to name P3, but P4 currently is pretty close, and he's got the car behind him even closer to him.
I think he's more worried about the car behind than he is about the car in front, Robot.
I think so.
Here they come, lap 29. Is Izat going to be able to make the move?
It's really nice to see Izat actually race when there's someone ahead of him, because it shows that he's not just one of these drivers that just gets out ahead and races in clean air. Izat can race wheel to wheel, he can follow closely, and he is still quick.
It just goes to kind of verify it. It's a lot easier to stay in front than it is to make an overtake, isn't it? I mean, it's so hard to make an overtake, even in a straight line. And then it all depends on who's in front of you. Racer Tay is not one of those guys that's just going to let you go by.
You're right. And Racer Tay is one of those drivers with a lot of precision. You know, whenever there's a technical part on the track, he is one to make time there, if anyone. But we've got the DRS train going on right now, so let's see if Izat's got more speed. He has got more speed, but only about, I don't know, 1 or 2 miles per hour. That's why we're seeing the gap close, but just not close quick enough. Someone looks like he's under pressure, but he's okay for now. He's okay for now. Quickly jump to the back of the back again.
Stinson. And he's at another 3-second time penalty.
This is really handing it to him. Oh, and we're seeing right now AJ and Cam go wheel to wheel. Cam trying to look around the outside at 3. AJ now getting more traction on the inside line, but they're still wheel to wheel. They are still wheel to wheel. Cam looking to make a move around the outside. He's going to do it. He's got the line, but he's not got the traction, and AJ's just got on the throttle a lot quicker, and he's holding on to P9 for now. Really nice racing.
As we were watching it, Robot Izak got past Racer Tay there.
Oh, he did. Oh, sorry about that, guys. And Stinson's just got past Scotty too, finally. Just 4 laps to go, including this one. Now, interestingly, is it? Oh no, it's not. It's random. It's German. It's 5.5 seconds out ahead. This is where the soft tyre is going to fall off. This is it. Virtual safety car. Tommy's retired.
Oh no.
It's through turn 9.
Yeah, there it is. It's the rear as well.
Now that's interesting, you know, because Izak's not winning this race currently. This is going to bring the team standings alive again. It's usually carried by Izak, isn't it? And he was hoping this race that his teammate would prop up his lack of points. But Tommy's out now, and that means Izak's only going to be getting 12 points currently for the team.
Yeah. Now, just to remind you, Robot, it was not Mercedes in the lead as they went into the race today. They were tied with Alfa Romeo when they went into the race.
They were 25 apiece,
so
right?
They were tied. Look at Stinson. Stinson's up there. He's in P6. Ollie's still in the race. So Stinson's going to pick up some points. Izak's in front of him right now. It's so close right now. It's Mercedes, Alfa Romeo, and Williams, the top 3 runners, only separated by a point down the P3.
Oh wow, this is going to be really, really interesting. Izak as he's got past race today, he is now looking to disturb the boy that has been disturbed before, but Izak's again having to live. Izak's tyres are going to fall off, and he has 6 seconds worth of penalties. In fact, the guy in 3rd is currently covered all the way down to P8.
Yeah,
he's fine.
I was just about to say, I think he's fine. He's just got to keep his cool. He's just got to bring the car in. That's all he's got to do to make it happen.
So, just brought the standings up so these guys can see. This is what it looked like before this race started. Mercedes 25, Alfa 25. Williams, look at Williams where Honda is right now. 24 points and he's in P2. Ferrari were all the way down in last place. So Ferrari are going to get a healthy 25 points now as well. The team standings is going to be alive, and we've seen the overtake. We've seen it here live on the screen. Sorry about that. Yeah, Izak has got past. Now he needs to clear 6 seconds though. He has to clear 6 seconds.
Not gonna happen, Robot. It's not gonna happen. All he's got to do is just stay right there. He could even let another one go. The guy behind him is Stinson. Stinson with 9 seconds. He doesn't have to battle him here. He can let him go because Stinson's not gonna have enough to cover the time.
Yeah, you're right. He's not gonna have enough. Honda, I just want to give a shout out to Honda again. He's done a fantastic job on those soft tyres. Let's not forget he's on the soft tyres and he's still pulled away from the guys behind. He's got 1.5 laps left to complete on those soft tyres, but he should, fingers crossed, be fine. Now here comes Stinson. Oh, he's gone deep into the corner. He tried to make a move down the inside of Santu there, and he's gone deep, and that's allowed Santu to do the switchback and gain that position back. It's going to be a last lap battle here. It's going to be a last lap battle.
It is. Just to let you know, Robot, AJ just made the move on Cam as they were going around turn 10. AJ made that move, late break going into it, took the inside line. Cam's got him around. They're both in the points, but you've got to believe they're fighting for that P9 spot.
Right.
Is Cam going to be able to make the move back? He's going to try to make the switch back going into turn 1. I think he's got him.
Oh, yes.
I think he's got him.
He's got him. I'm just going to quickly jump back to Stinson quickly because he's less than 2 tenths behind he who shall not be named in P3 at the minute, racing for Racing Point. Here we go. Big lockup from Santi there as he's coming through turn 5 into turn 6. It's going to be a close finish, but again, they all have penalties. And more than 3 seconds too, so he's covered. So let's just keep you cool, you've got this. Let's see where German is. German's just going through turn 12 right now. German, great strategy today. He definitely pitted exactly when he needed to each time round and took advantage of the Delta glitch, I suppose, to make advantage of the pit stop as well under the safety car. And here he comes now through the final corner. 25 points for Ferrari on the board. I'm not sure who's got fastest lap, but he's going to cross the line in P1. Take pole here, take P1, take 25 points at least for his team. Here comes Honda in P2, going to take P2. 18 points there, and it's going to be Izai who's going to cross the line in P3, but I believe Santu's going to jump in. Yes, he is! Santu has got the podium! Good job there. He's disturbed the others this time. Mr. Mark, who's jumped a few guys there, pushed him up to P5. Razor in P6. Stints in P7. Scotty in P8. Simon in P9. Cam in P10. AJ P11. OFR Blaze in P12. And Margaret in P13. Lazo's just crossed the line, our reserve driver in P14. And here comes Alex through the final corner now. He's going to take P15 here. Good drive from Alex there, our previous D2 champion. Abby's going to cross the line and jump him to claim P15. And here comes Ollie. Remember, Ollie and Alex both had drive-through penalties, unfortunately. We've only had 2 DNFs, and Ollie crosses the line in 17th. And last but not least across the line, it's going to be Random Serious, and he's going to take 18th place. Wow. Good job, Santi.
What a drive today. Let's talk about the mistake, Robot. The mistake that Izat made to stay out that extra 3 laps. It murdered his chance for the win, didn't it?
It did. He lost 16 seconds in 3 laps. No idea what that decision was about. Was he waiting for the dry track? I don't know, but he just bailed on it, I suppose, at the last minute and came in. And the safety car caught him out.
It did, and then Gurman getting saved by the safety car Delta, being able to come in and switch to the dries. Honda as well. Honda got stuck out there as well. He had to come in and do the same thing. Saved by the Delta. Honda is going to be a force to be reckoned with this season. And then we've got our guy, Santi, in P3, finally disturbing the rest and not being disturbed. What a race, Santi.
Yeah, what a race. I think everyone's going to be so happy for him. His biggest fan, Carter, has been screaming in the trap for him as well, so he's probably going to be happy with that too. So great race, and we finally had a nice wet race that transitioned to dry. Lots of safety cars, lots of action, and that's what we want to see from D1. Now, we've got the D2 race starting in just 40 minutes time, I can't speak today. 40 minutes time where Danny is going to be commentating there, and we have another full grid around Spain with dynamic weather. So yeah, let's hope you tune in for that, and hope you have a good break in between. So thanks very much, guys, and see you next time.